Hey guys, Jake with Jake Back Knives. Just giving you a first look at the Talim Combative Fixed blade. So, Talim seems like a bit of an odd name. It's actually the language of Talag, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it stands for blade. So, aptly fitting for a combatives type fixed blade. The Philippines and Malaysia and a lot of those more Pacific Islander, Asian cultures really got blade art down. So I chose Talim. This is a Syok inspired type combatives fixed blade. I designed it to be easily concealable, something you would carry every day, something that's very light. So we'll go over some of the finer details. We will be doing a small batch of customs, basically prototypes. Some of them will be titanium live blades, some of them will be like this one in CTS XHP stainless steel. It is a 7.5 inch overall length, 3.5 inch blade, 5/32 blade thickness, as you can see there. The handle is inlaid 1/16 of an inch, so 625, 0625 depth into the handle around the perimeter of the handle itself, so that there is a very large amount of shear strength allowed for and accommodated into the design. The handle is with a flexible rubber type material glued in place, so that if you do drop it, the handle doesn't pop loose. I found epoxy through massive amounts of testing just does not hold up well, just because it's brittle in nature, and when you drop it, it has a tendency to pop the glue loose. So a rubberized type bonding agent was used to hold these handles in. So far in testing, it has worked fantastically. So we've been playing around with that quite a bit. So give you some of the key features. There is a very slight, as you can see, curve to the overall design. It's got a healthy choils front and rear to aid in forward and reverse grip. A very slight 1/16 inch radius to the blade edge. The top can be sharpened for double edge if it's legal in the area in which you reside. Lightning pocket on the blade itself to aid in balance. The steel version is 3 ounces, give or take. Titanium version is 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces. I'll have to get my scale out to give you guys exact numbers, but I will put that in there. So this blade will come with, it's a system, so it'll come with a trainer, a live blade, and a sheath for both. That will give you quite a bit of material to work with when you're training. So let's go into a little bit more detail on these. The perfect draw on the blade so that you're not hanging up and trying to drag the sheath off your belt as you're trying to pull it under stress. So grips are also important. Like I said, if you need to transition to a forward grip, saber grip, hammer grip, whatever, you know, all of these can be pushed in with this handle design. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see some of this handle design. It's a 3D textured and contoured handle. It's smooth on all the edges, so it's not creating hot spots on your hand. It's comfortable to use. It's got a swell back here in the pommel, so you can pinch grip however you want. Keeps your hand from sliding off. And it's inset. All of these edges are chamfered and smoothed and tumbled so that they're not creating issues for you. And good luck pulling that out of your hand. I'm not an enormous fan of crambits. I had initially designed this with a full ring around the back. It's much more difficult in a stressful situation to get your finger into a crambit hole than it is to hook. So the way I designed this is in such a way that it doesn't hang up on your shirt when you lift your shirt, but it also gives you a fast ability to hook it with your index finger and pull it out. So that's a lot of what goes into this design. Is I really wanted to make sure that this was as quick a use system as possible to get it into action when you need it. This is not a utility blade. I'll just put that out there. This is not meant to just, you know, oh, I'm going to be whittling some wood or doing whatever. Obviously, it's a knife. It can do whatever you need it to do. This is a defense offense tool. This is meant to cut meat, not run around, cut everything else. So the edge geometry reflects that. The edges are very thin. They're extremely sharp. And in the titanium version, they're very sharp. They're made to cut flesh, and obviously titanium has not got a great deal of wear resistance when it comes to general usage. But the whole purpose of this blade is just like your pistol. It's an offense-defense type tool. It's not a utility tool. You have a pocket knife for a utility tool. So that's a lot of what went into the design of this. I am going to show you a couple of draws, and then you know, if you guys got questions, put them down. I'll go through a couple of different draws and just some slow motion stuff, and then I will show you a couple of faster draws. I'm nowhere near an expert in any of this. I am not super fast, but the way I've developed the system, you should very quickly be able to be sub-second with a draw and a strike. So, I mean, some of these guys in SIOC are amazing. I mean, they're like 0.4 seconds. I've got some draws through practice in like 0.6, but, you know, typically an average draw speed is like 0.7, 0.8 for me. I'm always trying to improve that and get a little bit faster, but that gives you some ideas of what you should be shooting for. Heck, I've seen Bill push like, you know, 0.5s. Dude's super fast, so props to that. It drives me to be a better guy. So I'll go through a couple of draws. This is pretty straightforward stuff. Again, little disclaimer, I'm no expert. I don't have an enormous background in SIOC Ali. I highly suggest you check out the SIOC Ali if you guys are looking for blade stuff. Bill Rapier at Amtech Shooting if you're looking for integrative combatives. So a couple of the draws. You hook with, I'll come facing forward so you can see, you should be hooking with your thumb on your shirt, indexing your index finger, and then as you draw it out, you're closing your hand and striking. This should be a very smooth movement. It shouldn't have to come up here and stab out. It should just draw forward and stab. Again, one-handed is typically the best, so you shouldn't have to pull your shirt and stab. It should be very much one-handed operation. So, slow motion, hook the thumb, draw the blade, drive it out. Now, I know Bill will probably give me a hard time here because I'm not doing anything with my strong side. So I'll show you that. It should be pretty typical cover and protect. So you're going spear elbow, which is giving you protection to this side of your head and your face, protecting that half of the knockout triangle. You're just coming in, stabbing it in. Pretty fast. Again, no major expert on this, but gives you guys an idea of what you should be trying. And that gives you a really good idea of just the speed of the system. This is dry, this is first take. I don't know if you believe that or not, but you know, the practice on this is imperative so that you can do it under stress without having to really think about it. So you should be fast at it. You can get the Surefire shot timer on your phone. You can throw it up there and you know, you can do this. Right now I'm probably not running nearly enough caffeine, but I'll set up my shot timer. Technical error there, updated my phone and the Surefire shot timer no longer works, so had to download a new one. So got this set up so that you can just hit it and start. So I have a little shelf there. Just hit start and wait. So, gives you a good idea. You don't have to be incredibly practiced or anything like that with this. You just need to practice, get it right, work the process, and you can get to be pretty fast. I'm not fast by any stretch, but you know, that kind of gives you an idea. Talim Combative Fixed blade, inspired by the SIOC Alis and all the training that I've been doing with Bill Rapier at Amtech Shooting. Hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. They'll be available on the website for sale here in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you join our email list so that you get emailed when they drop, because the customs will be extremely limited with how many we're doing. Again, we'll have a few CTS XHP blade steel. We'll have a few titanium versions of the live blade. we'll do a couple of different colors. So some stone wash. This one's got a carbonized hum-on kind of put on there, so it'll look kind of neat. And then each system will come with an additional sheath and a trainer to go along with it, because you should be practicing. Thanks again, guys. Check out our website at jakehobackknives.com. Thanks again.